Did they really just say that about America? Well, let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Child Bella. Let's get into this breakdown. So, did they really just say America is broke? Well, let me ask you something. At what point do we stop calling it strong and start calling it what it actually is? Because right now, America is moving like a country that is financially stretched to the limit, but still pretending like everything is fine. We've got over 30 trillion plus in national debt. We've got deficits stacking year after year. And on top of that, we're spending up to $2 billion a day on a war that we still don't know why we're in. Every single day. Simmer on that for a second. Not per year, not per month, but per day. That's like setting money on fire and calling it a foreign policy. And before anybody jumps in with, well, that's just the cost of global leadership. Cool, cool, cool. But here's the question nobody wants to answer. What's happening at home while we're doing that? Because while billions are going out, entire industries here are quietly collapsing. Let's start with agriculture. This one should scare everyone because when farming starts struggling, that's not just about farmers. That's about food, how we eat. That's about your everyday cost of living. That's about stability. Farmers right now are dealing with higher fuel costs, more expensive fertilization, equipment prices through the roof, unpredictable weather patterns, supply chain issues still not fully fixed, and on top of that, tariffs. But here's the kicker. They don't just raise prices and move on. They either absorb the loss or they shut down completely. So what happens when farms start folding? Supply drops, prices go up, quality goes down, and suddenly everybody's feeling it, even if they don't realize why.
Soybeans in Ringo, Illinois. My family has been farming since 1846. I'm the fifth generation. We're a grain operation. We grow corn, soybeans. I am a product of the pioneers. It's history. You don't let that go. One of the best memories that I had was just my dad teaching me how to drive a tractor. I got to farm with my dad every day. It was pretty cool. How many people can do that? It's a way of life, and it's at risk. It shouldn't be. It's total bullshit. Human lives are at stake. It's stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
I'm very proud of him. He's done a great job. He's kind. He's very caring. He cares about other people. I didn't really want him to be a farmer. When my husband got sick, he asked if he could take over the farm. He said, Mom, give me 3 years. Give me 3 years. So that's what we did, and it's turned into 16 years.
Harvest is usually the best time of the year. It's literally the fruits of your labor. This is the time where we as farmers get to celebrate all of our hard work and that we get paid for our year's worth of work. And unfortunately, this one has a real bitter taste to it because the money is being spent right now in Argentina and being given to billionaires. Farming's hard enough as it is, dealing with Mother Nature, but this year especially is very challenging because of the tariffs that have been put upon us. Our cost of production has increased and our markets have dropped dramatically. This is really putting a major strain on all farmers right now.
And that's how economic decline really works. It's not dramatic, it's not overnight, it's slow, it's quiet, and then all at once, boom, it hits. Now let's talk about construction, because this is another major warning sign. Construction is like the heartbeat of a growing economy. And when it's strong, you've got expansion, jobs, and development. When it slows down, that's when things start tightening up. And right now, construction is getting hit from every angle. You got high interest rates making borrowing expensive, material costs still elevated, deporting of immigrants taking a major toll, causing developers to pull back on new projects, and the housing demand clashing with affordability. So now you've got this weird situation. People need housing, but fewer homes are being built. That's how you create long-term economic pressure.
Between tariffs and immigration raids, Donald Trump has basically torched the U.S. construction industry. And yet it stayed pretty silent, at least until now. According to Politico, construction executives and home builders have held multiple meetings over the past month with the White House and members of Congress. They say immigration raids at job sites and in local communities are scaring off workers. And it's driving up the cost of home building when this country desperately needs more housing. Many construction executives say that they didn't expect enforcement to go quite this far, particularly in Republican strongholds like Southern Texas. Mario Guerrero, CEO of the South Texas Builders Association and a Trump voter who traveled to Washington last week, told Politico, quote, "I told lawmakers South Texas will never be red again."
Now that's how you lock an entire generation out of ownership. That's how you stall growth without even realizing it. And all of this, farming stress, construction slowdown, and rising costs across the board is happening at the same time that we're pouring insane amounts of money into an unnecessary war. And again, I'm not even making a moral argument here. This isn't left versus right. This is numbers. This is math. And if you're bringing in less stability at home while spending aggressively abroad, at some point, that imbalance catches up to you. And people will say, America can't go broke. America prints money. America's too big to fall. That sounds good and all, until you realize insolvency doesn't always look like a country shutting its doors. It looks like this: your dollar buying you less every year, rent always increasing, your groceries costing more and more, but your wages, they don't keep up. It looks like the system slowly squeezing everyone while they keep telling you everything's under control. I made it affordable. And here's the dangerous part: we normalize it. We walk around like everything is okay. We start saying things like, yeah, everything's just expensive now, or that's just life. But no, that's not just life. That's the result of terrible policy decisions. That's the result of bad priority. And that's the result of a system that's stretched too thin. Now, zoom out for a second, because this is where it gets uncomfortable. Historically, this is how powerful nations start to decline, not with one big collapse, but with a pattern of overspending, external conflicts, internal strain, and everyone in denial. It's not dramatic. It's gradual until one day something breaks. And I'm not saying America is collapsing tomorrow, but power doesn't make you immune to consequences. All it does is it just delays them. So the real question isn't, is America done, or is America broke? The real question is, how long can this pace continue on before something does give? How long can you spend billions a day while key industries struggle, while debt keeps rising, and while everyday people feel more pressure before the system says, yeah, this isn't sustainable anymore? Because at the end of the day, you can debate politics all you want. You can argue narratives. You can pick sides, but you cannot argue math. And right now, the math is looking real collapsible. So I want to hear from you. Do you think America is actually heading towards insolvency? Are we going broke? Are we broke like they say we are? Or do you think this is how modern economies operate? Drop your take in the comments. Hit that like. And if you want more real breakdowns like this, subscribe, because We're going to keep calling this stuff out. No filters. Until next time, chat with you later.